What's up, gang? Hope you're doing well. This video we're going to look at, it's B-ball breakdown, talking about the Miami Heat run the most unique offense in the NBA. So let's take a look at it. I'm interested to see it. Go like, go subscribe. Love B-ball breakdown. They're one of the channels that I highly recommend to people wanting to learn. Let's get into it.
If you haven't seen it by now, Bam Adebayo went over to the Prime Studio half court to break down the new Miami Heat offense.
Man, this is so cool how they do these breakdowns between the games too.
The most unique thing about it is that they don't set a lot of ball screens. In fact, they set half as many as the 29th ranked team, and based on how Bam introduced it, we can see why.
When we bring it up, we want open elbows and open space. So this is an automatic action.
So real quick, this is something we've spoken about on the channel. Obviously those videos are over on the second channel now. This is a new channel we're doing, but we've spoken about these concepts. We did this a few months ago. We were talking about two-man side, three-man side. So I like that the NBA has gone to very heavy Euro style spacing and concepts, like this year especially, more than any.
It's open space, one-on-one, you can go.
The Heat want to fly down the court as quickly as they can, with the first order of business getting both corners filled. Now they want to keep the lane open with very few low post or high post touches. And you can see how the defense gets stretched out to their breaking point. Bringing four players to the ball for a pick and roll is against the principles of the spread offense, hence they don't run many.
Because it's some random statistic that if you get the ball below the free throw line in the NBA, good things happen. Yeah.
Random statistic. He's right though. There's a bunch of these weird statistics that pop up that they shouldn't dictate your offense. They shouldn't dictate 100% your decisions, but they kind of help you generate some rules and some concepts, a few rules and concepts within your whatever offense you have. So that video we watched the other day that was talking about the floater being the worst shot in basketball, it's not saying that you want to allow people to shoot floaters, but it's just saying that, hey, if this team that we're playing against has to take a lot of floaters, we're probably doing a good job because we're not giving up a lot of standstill threes or shots all the way at the backboard. So even if they're making them, we're probably doing a pretty good job.
So you fill over, yep, and then swing it back.
I fill up.
And now he can go, or if he go that way, you keep filling. Dirk, you're going to end up.
This is just the offense that the Grizzlies were running last year, still running.
As everyone functions in.
Everyone just kind of on that wheel or that string, right? If he dribbles left, everyone slides left. If he dribbles right, everyone slides right.
A wheel around the court to fill the perimeter positions.
I mean, it's weird. This is just, the more things change, the more they stay the same. How many high school teams ran this style of offense, 5-out, just basic 5-out offense? The issues I have with it a little bit, I don't know how this generates good enough continuous baskets in the playoffs, but we'll see, because it's too much individual brilliance needing to happen. But I'm interested to see what this video is.
If that drive out top can lure help one pass away off the corner, great. It will yield a high percentage shot. And the player whose shot profile has changed the most radically is Bam's. He went from averaging less than 1 3-point attempt for his career to 7 attempts through 7 games. The biggest reason for this is instead of his usual hovering around the elbows, he is now spacing to the 3-point line instead.
I still think Bam running our offense, I say our like I'm Miami Heat, running our offense through Bam at these elbows is still ideal, or him being the trail big. Again, like utilizing him like Jokic, I still think that's where you get the best version of Bam.
Because
maybe that's a playoff adjustment.
Everyone on the team is empowered to drive the basketball, and he's normally guarded by the opposing center. They can take advantage of the natural instinct of Bam's man to help to the ball, opening up shots from behind the arc. The best version of this is when he can catch and shoot in the corner when the wing.
I just never really like your best player being this guy. But, I mean, hey, if it's working, it's working.
Far, defenses have been willing to help off of him, but if he continues to shoot over 36% on these, that will probably change. And we're already starting to see this effect as Larson drives off the back of the cutter into the middle, and Zubats won't leave Bam to help on the shot, and they earn a trip to the free throw line.
But also, again, this is one of those things where it looks good everything's right, but I always try to think of the NBA breakdowns and teams based on what will happen in the playoffs. I mean, James Harden's never been a good defender.
And Zubats.
And I just don't know if you want to rely on like your sixth leading scorer having to go make plays against someone one-on-one, because if you're playing Indiana Pacers, Oklahoma City Thunder, again, Portland Trailblazers, Milwaukee Bucks, a team that top to bottom can like defend pretty well, you don't want to rely on Bam being your floor spacer, you know? Does that make sense? I could be completely wrong here.
Free throw line. Lest you think Bam and Norm gave away all their secrets, there are some other details about this offense they didn't get into, like utilizing cutters to engage the defense and potentially open up more space between defenders. This
is just not great defense, right? One-on-one just allows the blow by all the way to the rim.
Here's an example of Jaime Jaquez not quite getting to the corner first, but Drew Smith becomes the cutter and
we always talk about that middle guy or sandwich cut getting through.
Essentially brush screens Nick Batum and allows Jaquez to attack on the catch to achieve their primary.
James Harden with some elite defense once again.
Objective in this offense, a middle drive. You can see how this forces help off the weak side corner, and an easy pass, easy shot yields great results from their center, Khalil Ware. Here's another example of that dribble over 45 cut that serves as a brush screen.
Again, sandwich cut, middle guy. So we've spoken about this. We've broken this down quite a bit. 2-man game, 3-man game. Over on that second channel. We'll get a bunch of those videos over here too. But
and opens up the 3-point shot that almost
just this is how you teach. This is what we ran with our high school kids.
Dribble to the wing instead of the old-fashioned guard forward pass. They execute almost no handoffs as Jovic keeps it while Wiggins makes that 45 cut through the lane, allowing Fontecchio to have the whole side of the floor to work with. This creates a wide open 3 out top, but Marcus Smart is doing smart things. The concept of opening up gaps by cutting through serves to open up more space and allow the individual talent to shine through with all manner of dribble drive skills that are necessary to make this offense work.
Yeah, so for us, for our high school team, we use this as our motion, but really out of a secondary break or once the play has fallen apart, not necessarily as, hey, get into our motion offense. You don't want to do this too much unless, you know, it's just one of those flow things. It's working really well. But again, this is why it worries me. I want to see more. I haven't watched enough of the Heat, but I want to see more of some of their concepts, what they'll have for the playoffs.
By cutting through and Wiggins lifting to the wing, he finds himself with the entire right side of the floor to work with and is able to squeeze through the help rotation and knock this one down. Davion Mitchell might not be averaging a ton of points, but watch how Ware's cut opens up the gap he needs as well as taking away the help for the nice finish right at the rim. And on this initiation, Bam's cut along the baseline clears the entire side out, and now watch how Larson's 45 cut to the hoop occupies Austin Reeves long enough to allow the great hook pass like a laser on time and on target.
Damn.
For the 3-point.
That's a hell of a pass.
Allow the great hook pass like a laser.
That's a hell of a pass. Jackson Hayes got to have his hands up, though. We talk about that a lot. Like, you've got him right where you want him. If your hands are up, you can't squeeze that in between Jackson Hayes' hands and the backboard.
On time and on target for the 3-point assist. One guy who's taken advantage of these opportunities is Jaime Jaquez, who doesn't need to get too fancy with his dribble in order to muscle his man into the paint for a variety of finishes. And watch out if he gets a full head of steam. The excitement is real, sports fans. It's that same feeling I get when I rip a new slab pack from Arena Club. I'm always on the edge of my seat at that moment I get to see which cards come through, knowing I can use my knowledge of the game and the players to figure out whether to sell, trade, or buy even more cards, all in one place.
So do you actually get the card?
When perusing Arena Club's website, look how easy it is to chase grails, flip slabs, and grow your collections with players you love. And you know you're getting a real deal with each pack. Arena Club is completely transparent by showing every card in the pack, and you'll know the likelihood for each card before you buy. I really like that not only can I get the actual physical card from the Arena Club vault if I want, I get an instant offer for it the second the player is revealed based on fair market value.
Wait, so I don't get what this is. All right, this is not what we're breaking down. Let's move on.
You can get Trump
sit and see, waiting. So when you pass me the ball and you're sitting there, you're seeing what I'm doing. So if I pass,
yeah, we talk about this. This is the dunker spot. It's super important for young players to understand, but honestly, anyone, rather than like we've just been taught growing up, like follow the ball and post up. Really only do that if you're a dominant big, if you're going to go score every time. But you want to keep it open for the drive. So if they drive, you want to be on the opposite side. So if your defender helps up, they can drop it down and you get a bucket. But if you are going to seal and you're on the opposite side, this actually allows you to seal under the basket now. So now we can just dump it in and you can just score rather than having to catch it outside the key and then go to work.
To the dirt and he goes baseline, you feel, you gonna cut, and we just keep filling behind.
Yep.
So it's just constant movement.
Let's look at this concept Bam mentioned called sit and see, as Jaquez initiates by dribbling the wing and Wiggins cuts through into the sit and see roll. As he sees Jaquez turn this into a post-up, he vacates the space, which pulls Larson's man to him, allowing the baseline cut and easy reverse layup to occur. As they swing the ball around the perimeter, Ware cuts through to the sit and see position, patiently
we just call this dunker spot.
Waiting until Jovic sees the height advantage and just throws it up to the rim. Here's another example where Larson finds himself in the area under the hoop, and once he sees the drive coming at him, he breaks up to the wing, luring his...
It's so crazy how this is becoming like an NBA offense, right? I felt like for so long the NBA has been not behind, but it's just you have different problems to solve because you've got elite scorers, elite playmakers. Now they're actually realizing that, like, wait, we can actually just play really good high-level basketball, worry about spacing, worry about efficient shot selection, and really win games that way. It's as simple as that. Now, if you can get the stars doing it, you look like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with OKC.
Starts humming from player to player with those
Jokic with the Nuggets.
cuts opening up gaps. There's simply no need for off.
All right, so I don't want to like rip his whole video because this was really good. So it's interesting. It's one of those things that's like it's almost too simple, but really goes to show like motion offenses and concepts that they don't need to be complicated as long as everyone's on the same page, understands the spacing, understands their roles. And then when you go to practice, now you just rep out those shots, rep out those plays, rep out the cuts, rep out the things that you're going to get. And you rep out like players making those. Are we playing off of two? You can start putting your offensive identity in based on the offense you're running. So yeah, this is very basic, just basic kind of secondary transition motion offense that we've broken down quite a bit, but notice that it's very positionless. Everyone goes to that dunker spot. Everyone becomes a trail man at some point. Everyone becomes the middle cutter. This is the direction basketball has been going for a long time. Players, it's really been broken down into guards and forwards for a long time, but we're even getting to a point where it's like guards and forwards are becoming amorphous too. It's just everyone needs to learn every position and every role. Everyone needs to be able to bring the ball up. Everyone needs to be able to kick it ahead. Everyone needs to be able to post up. Everyone needs to be able to cut. Everyone needs to be able to knock down an open shot, all those sort of things. So I like where it's going. Very interesting. Let me know what you guys think. I do think the future of this is just basic spacing principles and basic reads. Every team is going to have different wrinkles in it, but I don't see this being the future of the NBA. I think there's a lot more complicated actions that we've actually even been seeing addressed, like the Lakers running and stuff like that. I think we'll see a lot more complicated actions becoming far more normal, but this is a good start. I like this. This is a really good breakdown by B-Ball Breakdown too. So go like, go subscribe, go follow. Send me some more videos. Love you guys. Take care.